Oh shit. Is this another found footage movie?
Want me to kill him for you?
Yeah. Would you?
Oh no, it's a home video of murder.
My name is Lester Burnham.
Dead guy narration.
That's our next door neighbor, Jim, and that's his lover, Jim.
Look, I'm all for same-sex couplings, but I am not okay with same-name couplings. Okay, lots of things going on here. We know Jane is saving up for a boob job, but my question is, does she take care of the family's bills? And if so, what is the rent portion? Or are the Burnhams making their 16-year-old daughter pay $565 to stay here? Also, she makes a deposit of $38.06 into the account, which with all the other bills means the family's going to go broke in about 3 months. You will later see Jane's boobs in this movie, and I would like to figure out where she got the idea that she needs a boob job.
Could you make me a little later, please? Because I'm not quite late enough.
Seriously, this married couple with one child has 2 incomes and they don't have a spare car? Hell, they can't afford a junker of some sort?
Like the time that Mr. Flournoy used the company MasterCard to pay for that hooker.
When in 1999, or for that matter ever, do prostitutes take credit cards? And if you were a prominent businessman, would you give a hooker a credit card for any reason? And how does Lester know this? Movie feels like Office Space with the whole efficiency expert thing and the write something justifying your position in the company and downsizing stuff. But then also feels like Fight Club with the whole blackmail the guy firing you into a year's salary thing. I'm not saying it means anything, but it sure is weird, right? Especially since all 3 films came out in 1999. Am I losing my mind? Stalking. Also, as you'll see, despite the fact that the Burnhams are a family on the brink, they still leave their windows unblocked for all sorts of activities, and some of them end up being crucial to the plot. Hey, she doesn't like her parents either! I'm glad they put his comments in quotes, otherwise I would never have believed he actually said this. Why did she save all this fucking cleaning for the day of the actual open house? Whoa, that's Sulu, aka John Cho, aka Harold, in 1999! Holy shit, I didn't realize he was in this movie. Damn, dog. This is still the best movie you've ever been in. I didn't sell this house today, face. Movie tries to make me believe this goth, rebellious, cargo pants-wearing hate daughter is a cheerleader.
I'll bet money she's gonna resent it, and I'm missing the James Bond marathon on TNT.
Yeah, but they're doing the Timothy Dalton ones right now. Lester fantasizes about high school girls, and I'm okay with that. And I am not okay with that. In my fantasy, the rose petals stayed inside the sweater.
And I think he and your mother have not had sex in a long time.
Yeah, sure, but he jerked it in the shower this morning, so he should definitely be able to keep his composure around high school girls better than he did. Convenient pedal placement. These 2 high school girls in 1999 are smoking weed while listening to a 1972 song by Bill Withers. In other words, this would never happen. Yay! I think the creepy asshole neighbor who shoots videos in the dark might like me. This book lists Jane's dad's work number as 555-1251. But earlier, he told the guy over the phone to call him at
555-0199.
Also, Mom's work number and cell phone is a 312 Chicago number, while the number she puts on all the real estate signs and listings is an 847 Chicago number. Calling your daughter's underage best friend is one thing. Not having a plan when she answers is another. The shower shuts off, and within 3 seconds, Jane comes out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel. That is amazing speed. Angela's room is an orgy of evidence that she's really into modeling. This kid's going to be shown to have a super strict home life, but is not only a high-end weed dealer, but also has huge stretches of unsupervised time where he's constantly filming neighbors voyeuristically. Ricky openly doing drug dealer math in front of his father. I know his father is so cliche he doesn't see anything we don't want him to see, but damn, that is some stupid shit.
How come these faggots always have to rub it in your face?
That's racist.
So stop acting like you're goddamn Christy Turlington.
Goddamn Christy Turlington.
And all the way down, here comes the bull of the wood.
I mean, is this supposed to be a clue for the audience that Frank is secretly gay? It has to be, right? But it's such a hit-you-over-the-head kind of thing, it's way more offensive than it probably intended to be. Sarcastic PDA.
Don't you live on Robin Hood Trail?
Ricky just happens to be working at a real estate party where Lester is, so that the Cheech and Chong portion of the film can happen.
Do you party? Do you get high?
Actually, the first question implies coke more than it does weed.
Lester?
She's actually looking for him out here? That's something you expect me to believe this woman would do? Cause, bullshit. Also, this appears to be an emergency exit, despite not having sounded an alarm all the times we've seen it opened in this movie. Someone is behind the fridge door when they close it, cliché. Repeating things, I'm going to commit statutory rape face.
If he builds up his chest and arms, I would totally
Angela and Janie just happen to be talking about the very thing that Lester is interested in. Man, when you're good looking, you can get away with anything.
Welcome to America's weirdest home videos.
Dude, that's all your choice, right? You could, like, not shoot a naked man lifting weights next door, but you decide to do it anyway. Also, working out.
I'm sorry I must have locked it by accident.
Doors are always locking themselves on accident.
Can I give it to you in the morning? I just took a whiz.
This kid is 18. Why is he still living at home and taking piss tests? He makes thousands of dollars selling drugs, so what the f***? Your fantasies are horrible!
very, very dirty.
Whoa, that won't get her clean at all. I don't know what's more sinful, him whacking off in bed with his wife, or his wife being shocked that her husband of this many years whacks off.
You like Pink Floyd?
Just one of the most popular bands ever? Yeah, weird.
How much?
$2,000.
Apparently Lester can afford $2,000 worth of weed, but can't get a freaking car to drive to work.
Oh, there's a card in there with my beeper number.
Which is insanely stupid for a drug dealer to include in all of his bags of weed. Wait, they do have a second car? Then what the hell is going on with that insane carpool every morning?
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge.
This letter is freaking awesome. I'm removing a sin, because it's basically what most of us want to tell our bosses.
Can you prove that you didn't offer to save my job if I let you blow me?
The burden of proof would be on you, Lester. But somehow this works, and he gets a whole year's salary for nothing. What an asshole this guy is.
Know what I do when I feel like that?
What?
I fire a gun.
Of course you do, because everyone in this movie is going to be a suspect when Lester gets shot.
Is that a funeral?
Tough to see, but how about walking on the sidewalk? The thing made for walking.
This is where my dad hides out.
I see this movie should have been called Guns N' Roses.
You want to see the most beautiful thing I've ever filmed?
Now that's what I call overselling. Also, floating bag beats your dumbass, Janie. Also, the floating bag is the most beautiful thing he's ever filmed.
Video's a poor excuse, I know, but it helps me remember.
Because marijuana is known to affect short-term memory. This girl is somehow moved by the floating bag footage.
Oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole breadwinner now.
Okay, be mad at him for blackmailing his boss and everything, but did you not hear that he got a $60,000 severance package? I understand they want to make Carolyn this horrible shrew of a person, but this kind of ignorance is going too damn far. Okay, well, I just got bitch slapped by my mom. Time to show my tits to my neighbor. Ricky likes to film floating bags, but not the fun kind.
How did you get in there? I picked the lock, sir.
My question is, how did you become such an amazing detective? Did you tie a strand of hair in front of your Nazi plate cabinet doors and find it broken or missing?
Where's the Camry?
The question I've been asking the whole movie.
There happens to be a lot about me that you don't know, Mr. Smarty Man.
Annette Bening is a great actress, and she got nominated for an Oscar for this. But this character, my God, you never once see her in a good light. She never has a winning moment. I mean, if we can give Ricky his dead birds, then surely we could give her, like, a moment where she does or says something redeeming.
Lester, you're gonna spill beer on the couch.
Just when she looks like she's going to be cool for once, the filmmakers say, nope, f*** this character.
This is just stuff. And it's become more important to you than living. Well, honey, that's just nuts.
Said the guy who just bought a classic sports car.
Don't.
Why?
Dude, turn the camera off and you might get some real action.
You don't feel naked?
I am naked.
I enjoy this post-coital film each other and talk about deep shit scene. I really do. I'm just curious how this is going on in his room, in the house of the overbearing father, whose strict discipline he's currently talking about, where he's not even supposed to lock his door. And he's smoking weed in here, too? Maybe I can buy the dad being dumb enough to fall for the fake piss test crap. Maybe. But that dad would sure as shit smell that f***ing weed. Even if he's out of the house right now, he'd smell it upon returning.
I've been babysitting since I was about 10. I've got almost $3,000.
And paying all sorts of bills that you cannot sustain on a $38 per babysit salary. Lester has Ricky's pager number for future weed purchases, but he chooses to do this call me thing in front of Frank, so that Frank can get wrong ideas about his son and the inevitable conclusion of this plot can happen. Paranoid, suspicious father completely misses the obvious secret compartment hole. Okay, this is a pretty important plot turn here, when the father finds the tape he thinks means his son is gay. But why of all the tapes he shot recently would this one be sitting right next to the camera? And not the post-sex tape he made with his girlfriend, or the floating bag tape he showed his girlfriend? And why is the naked Lester workout tape at a spot in the middle? I mean, he was shooting Lester before Lester disrobed, and he even said a line of dialogue of how weird this sight is, which might have helped his dad not think he was gay, had the tape started at the beginning instead of the naked part. I guess what I'm saying is, convenient gay misunderstanding tape ex machina.
We'll just have to be mad, won't we? I'll have a double smiley sandwich.
Of course, because Carolyn was totally, completely oblivious to Lester when he said he had a new job, they go to the place where he has the new job.
Make that two.
That'll be $7.98.
Even in 1999, you could not order 2 combos with fries and shakes and pay only $7.98. How much time is supposed to have passed in this movie? I thought it was a few weeks or so, but if you've ever tried working out your arms and pecs, you know these kind of results are simply not possible in that short a period of time. Drug-dealing child of imposing evil parents leaves his drug dealer beeper on during family dinners.
After one next door. Jane left her geometry book in my bag.
And she can't possibly call a phone number to do that. Unbelievable lie is unbelievable. And if I were this kid, I wouldn't do drug deals in lit rooms of the home next door to my prying father. I'm just saying. Here we have that common Hollywood trope. Convenient home construction leads to blowjob misunderstanding. Also, coincidence is given a nice assist from Kevin Spacey doing the traditional blowjob receiving arm formation, despite the fact he's watching a joint get rolled. Ah, yeah. This is the most relaxing joint rolling I've ever seen. It's so peaceful.
We really ought to get you out of these clothes.
Character keeps saying gay-sounding things despite the character not being remotely gay. Here it is. This is one of those great myths they tried to teach us around this time, and people still believe it today. People who are huge homophobes must be secretly gay. So what I'm wondering is, why is all this taking place in the living room right now? Carolyn can come home at any moment. His daughter and boyfriend are just up the stairs. If not for the fact that she says she's a virgin and he stops, they're going to fuck right here for anyone to see it. How did this go from let's run away to New York right now to let's look up at the ceiling in bed while your dad tries to bang your best friend?
She's really happy. She thinks she's in love.
I feel no need to tell you that upstairs right now, she's planning on running away with Ricky to New York. That totally slipped my mind during this almost statutory bonding moment. Secret killer, who is not the wife, conveniently uses the same gun we saw in the wife's possession earlier, so the audience can remain in the dark. Damn! If only I had my camera. Also, why isn't Janie screaming her lungs out right now? We know she was having some issues with her dad, but damn, we knew she also still loved him too. Is she just watching this like it's no big deal? Damn, it took her forever to walk to the door. She got out of the car right after Lester and Angela were done with their "we're not banging" because she's a virgin hug. Also, how did Carolyn not see Frank running anywhere during the time she was outside? Does he do everything through the back door? Oh. Even when Carolyn looks genuinely upset about her husband getting shot, and she has no idea who did it, the only thing she can think about is hiding her own gun. Also, Carolyn doesn't even seem to be worried that there's a killer on the loose who might still be in the house. Hell, nobody does. Ricky's trying to decide if Lester's death is more beautiful than his floating bag. Meanwhile, the killer just shot Lester for unknown reasons and could be anywhere.
But it's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world.
To quote a certain drug dealer I enjoyed buying weed from.
You don't get to tell me what to do ever again. This is my neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
What would you say you do here?
Well, look, I already told you. I deal with the goddamn customers so the engineers don't have to.
Are you threatening me?
No.
Get the fuck out of here. You're fired.
I have a better solution. You keep me on the payroll as an outside consultant.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
And front, 8 points.
Act happy tonight.
You're happy. I hate that.
That's right. I was choking the bishop, chafing the carrot, you know, saying hi to my monster.
Taking the old log to the beaver. Taking the skin boat to Tuna Town. Taking a ride in the wild baloney pony.
Of course, I was saving it up for a boob job. But...
Extreme close-up! Whoa!
Whoa! Excellent extreme close-up.
It's just our couch!
But that's the point. We see a deadly sin on every street corner, in every home, and we tolerate it. We tolerate it because it's common.
You can take your clothes off in there.
I don't know if that's even legal.
The rest of the time, you're just another good-looking, sweet-talking, charm-oozing, happy fella with nothing to offer but some dialogue. Why don't you run outside and jerk yourself a soda?